This is how Disney inspired me not only to become an artist, but how it continues to inspire the way I make art. Like so many, I grew up watching the old classic Disney movies. I loved 101 Dalmatians, Cinderella, Snow White, Aladdin, and most of all, Sleeping Beauty. Oh, how I wished I could be in that world. Ivan Earl made the most enchanting forest scenes that I had ever seen. I would watch that movie on repeat, just daydreaming over the art I was seeing. And at the time, having absolutely no idea how to even come close to making that style of art. But it did inspire me to ask my mom to take me to an art store and get me some kind of paint to start messing with. At that time, I was 12 years old, and she got me an acrylic starter set and some blank canvas paper to start practicing on. I began painting anything Disney I was currently into, just trying to get good at making art. Again, I had no idea what I was doing or how to teach myself the skill of painting. Here is a couple of paintings that I still have with me. My mom has all of my other ones. You can tell at the time I was really into playing Epic Mickey, the video game. Give me a thumbs up if you also played that game. Anyway, I also started drawing. I had a sketchbook just filled with little doodles and characters that I was starting to practice making on my own. I also did a little Disney fairies artwork on the side. My sister and I were just obsessed with the Disney fairy movies. But anyway, again, growing up in Florida, we went to the Disney World parks a lot. And one time while I was there, I got this amazing book. It is huge, it's heavy, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. And it is filled with old landscapes that were included in those amazing original Disney movies. I looked at this book so much that the bindings started to break. So now I still keep it with me and look at it, but I definitely treat it with care so that it doesn't break. But this is where my imagination really began to take off. As I became a young adult, I started actually developing my drawing skills and learning from other artists how to paint properly. I didn't go to art school. I technically would be considered self-taught. But now as I create different pieces of work, I strive to add a touch of whimsy and magic into every painting. This is one of the biggest takeaways Disney gave me. I also, in my free time, would practice different techniques that I would see those old artists making in those Disney movies. I also want to mention, I just loved how no matter what fantasy it was, Disney kept their movies family friendly. Those original classics were just beautifully made for children and adults to watch together. And to me, I just don't think a lot of companies do that. And Disney just grabbed my heart when it was a place that as a child I loved, but now as an adult with 4 kids, I can sit down with those old classics and watch them with my girls, and I can enjoy what I see, appreciate the art, while my kids just fall in love with those same stories that I fell in love with. I continue to draw daily and master those drawing and painting skills to become like a Disney master of art like Ivan Earl and Mary Blair. Now I'm working on my own fantasy paintings, hoping to create my own little magical and cozy world that I can go hide away into every time I paint, and hopefully make a small art business from this. I would love to know in the comments if you liked this topic, if you found it helpful, if you just were inspired that through connecting that this girl was inspired by Disney, Disney also inspires me to do my creative artwork, or that you just as a child had fallen in love with the magic of Disney and are willing to talk about it anytime, because that's definitely where I'm at. And just let me know what you'd like to hear next from me. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. I just want to hear your thoughts. Tell me why you love Disney. I would love to hear anything you have to say. If you did like this painting that I showed you the process of making in this video, it will be up in my shop. I'll have a link in the bio if you'd like to purchase it or one of the prints from it. It'll be available next Tuesday. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.